This year, we are healing from our bad money management habits. If you've ever felt embarrassed, stressed out, or overwhelmed because of your money habits, then this video is for you. I know you've had those moments where you spent money that you instantly regretted, like you knew you shouldn't have spent that money. Or you may be the type of person that just avoids checking your bank account as if avoiding it is going to make any problems go away. Or you may just be somebody that feel like you're bad with money. Regardless of where you fit in, we are fixing it, okay? We're not talking about no get rich quick schemes. We are talking about healing from the bad money management habits that we picked up along our way. And ultimately, I want you to rebuild a healthier relationship with money without shame. Now, first and foremost, bad money management does not make you dumb, lazy, or irresponsible. It can simply mean you just weren't taught how to properly manage money. And that's most of us. Schools didn't teach us, and a lot of us just watched adults around us grow up with bad money management habits. And guess what? We adopted them. The good part about it is you can reverse those bad habits at any age. So let's do the work. A lot of bad money habits aren't even about money. It's about spending money because you're stressed out or bored, avoiding checking your bank account because it causes you anxiety, trying to restrict yourself thinking that's going to make you good at handling money, or even feeling guilty just thinking about money because you have little to none. That is when money becomes emotional. And once money becomes emotional, you're going to need way more than logic to fix it. That's why it is so important to heal from bad money management instead of just trying to budget your way through. One of the main causes of bad money management is lack of financial education. When you do not have enough financial literacy, you are destined to fail. You cannot succeed at something that you don't really know. So if you were never taught how to budget realistically, how saving really works, or how to plan for future expenses, then you were already set up for failure. But it's okay, because we can fix it. Another reason is people learn money through observation. So seeing how parents or caregivers handle money, seeing adults or family members around stressing out about money, arguments about money, or even watching adults avoid talking about money. Even if you don't want to be like these people, if that's all you saw and that's all you were around, you are going to pick up some of those habits. And honestly, avoiding talking about money is one of the main reasons a lot of people aren't educated and a lot of people are stuck. It's so crazy to me because people literally get ashamed when it comes to talking about how much money they actually have or what their credit score is. Things related to finances, it's just like people just instantly shy away from it, especially when they're not in a good space. And truthfully, people can't even teach you what they don't know. So that's another reason why people avoid the topics altogether. It's not much they can teach you but bad practices. But still, those bad practices seep through in the things that they do. When you always look up and they're always in a financial bind, they're always catching themselves in a financial rut, habits are going to show, regardless of if you talk about it or not. A third reason is how money makes you feel. A lot of people spend money because they are stressed out, because they're anxious, because they just need a pick-me-up. All of that, oh, retail therapy heals me. Yeah, and it's also the reason why you are living paycheck to paycheck. It's also the reason why you are broke. It's also the reason why a lot of your problems persist. People don't realize when you spend money, yes, you're going to get that temporary uplift. You're going to feel good emotionally in the moment. But the minute a bill is due and you cannot afford to pay it, you're going to immediately plummet back into depression, stress, overwhelm, because you shouldn't have spent the money on an emotional basis. And another reason is a scarcity mindset. A lot of people literally feel like, oh, I'm never going to have enough, or I'm just going to always be working. I never get to enjoy my money. So instead, they use that as a coping mechanism when realistically, you can enjoy your money if you manage it correctly. Now, one of the main things that I noticed today, the reason why people manage their money poorly is because they need instant gratification. Everybody is just buying in. Everybody is just trying to keep up. And then social media makes it so much worse. Everybody's feeling left behind, fear of missing out. So instead of you just sitting down, taking the time to invest your money properly or find ways that your money can make money for you, you're just running like people, we're all just running towards, oh, the next big thing, the things that make us look like we have money, but it's actually taking the money off of the table. And now it's like, you look like you got it, but you really don't have it. That is something that I really want to heal. I want to heal that as a whole, heal that in society, because we really struggle with that. It's like, it doesn't matter because you have all the fancy cars, all the nice jewelry. You might have the luxury apartment. You may have all of these things, but it's like, if you have these things and you really, that's all you got to show, you stressed out trying to keep up with it, you stressed out trying to maintain that image, then you need to take a step back for one and just figure out, what are you even doing this for? I am all for trying to progress your life. I am all for going after the things that you truly desire, but it becomes a problem when you're just seeking validation. When you are having poor money management because you are seeking validation, that's not a good thing. That's when you need to scale back and scale down and just reroute your thinking and your train of thought. One way that I like to look at things, especially personally, I always ask myself, if you don't post this purchase on social media, would you still be happy with it? And I want you to ask yourself the same thing. Every time you make a big purchase or every time you buy something in general, just ask yourself, if I don't post this on my Instagram story, or if I don't mention it on Facebook, or just let my social media followers know that I just made this big purchase, how would I feel about it? Because honestly, people don't like to admit it. A lot of their accomplishments or sense of accomplishments come from the applause and the accolades from people on social media. Those same people will clap for you when they see you buying the luxury car, when they see you getting all the jewelry, all the fancy clothes, all the designer bags. They will clap for you. And then the minute your car is in repossession, you face an eviction, you got to sell all the material stuff, those same people that were clapping will literally laugh at you, will literally talk about you, will literally make you the topic of discussion. So it is so important for you to handle your money wisely and properly, instead of trying to figure out, oh, what's going to get the most likes? What's going to get the most shares? What's going to have me the topic of the town? And we see it all the time. We see it all the time where people finally hit that brick wall and they come online and they tell you it was all a lie. It was all a front. I just did this to make me feel away. And you will just find that you feel way better when everything is everything. When you're not faking, when you're not just faking the funk, flexing, flogging, you will realize that life just feels so much better when the minute you log out of social media, nobody can't just look you up or pull up the facts on you like, didn't you say you just bought this? Well, it looks like those people ready to come get their stuff. Like, it feels so much better. And that is the main reason why I just want to heal from poor money management. It's necessary, it's needed, especially in today's society. Don't become a victim. If anything, feel better that you are trying to learn financial literacy, because guess what? Those same people that's in the club spending all that money on those bottles, all that money on those sections, they are going back to their parents' houses. They are going back to one of their friends' houses. They don't have anything to call their own. And this is not everybody, but this is the majority. So if you are flexing and trying to keep up with these type of people, you already lost. You already lost. Like, honestly, me personally, I just feel like, especially if you have children, you need to be trying to make sure everything is everything for those children. You don't want to, God forbid, leave this earth and realize, I didn't do nothing but flex for social media. I didn't do nothing but flex for other people's applause and other people's accolades and, to look good for other people. But when real life situations hit, it's not good. It's not good at all. So we're just going to get into unlearning these things and just really being able to sit with ourselves, however that may look, because your financial situation is not permanent and it can always be changed, but you will have to refrain from instant gratification. You will have to take some time off. If you're the type of person you look for applause from social media, you may need to just take some time off. Take some time off. Give yourself 3 to 6 months to just back away from the crowd and just really lock in on what you're trying to do. And when you come back, you're going to realize this stuff's still here. These people still here. Nothing changed. but the time. Another reason why I think it's so important to heal from poor money management is because, especially as a Black person, we were already restricted. We were already put at a deficit. So for us to already be placed in last place, and then we're not actively trying to learn how to get ahead, that just doesn't really sit well with me, because it's like, a lot of people like to promote, especially rich people, they like to promote consumerism to people that are already poor, to minority groups. And it's just not a good feeling to see your people in last place when everybody else is getting ahead. Like, look at it, for instance, on holidays, a lot of us as Black people, what we do, we run to go buy the freshest pair of J's. We getting all fresh, all nice, all clean. Hair got to be done, nails got to be done. We got to be that just for this specific holiday. And guess what all the other cultures are doing? They at work. You gonna see certain cultures, they running their restaurant. Other cultures, they running that grocery store. Other cultures, and I just don't like to see it, because it's nothing wrong. Please hear me out. It is nothing wrong with making yourself look presentable. I'm all for it. But when you have to go into like spending all of your money just for the look, just for the image, while everybody else is benefiting from you spending all that money, and then guess what? Easter over, Christmas over, all of these holidays over, and you back in need while everybody else benefited from it. The people that had their boutiques open, they made their money. The grocery stores and the corner stores that was open, they made their money. Everybody else selling stuff, they made their money. What you did, you spent all your money. Or you spent a majority of your money. I'm not going to say all, because some people really have it like that. But I'm really speaking to the people that don't have it like that, but they still go and exhaust their resources. Maybe you need to change that up. Maybe you need to change that up. And anything that you realize, I keep finding myself in a loop, in a cycle, you need to change that up. Another example, tax time. Hear me out. Every single year, a lot of people get thousands and thousands of dollars back. Between February to April, y'all getting thousands and thousands of dollars back. Come August, September, all the money gone. All the money gone. And I understand if you have real life responsibilities to handle. That's different. But the majority, y'all money not really being exhausted on responsibilities. Like, the minute a lot of people get a lump sum of money, they don't know what to do with it. And I just really want to change that. I really want to change that. I want more Black people and more minority groups to be investing their money, using their money wisely, being able to put their money somewhere and see it grow. Because I'm going to be honest, a lot of us, we guilty, and you could be honest with yourself or not, but a lot of us, we start investing and we start putting our money towards something. And the minute we see a profit, guess what we do? We snatch that money out and go spend it. No, baby, no. Let's please stop doing that, okay? The whole point of investing is to let that money continue to work. Those dollars, that money that you put into your investment, those are your employees. You are not going to start seeing a return on your investment and then tell all of the employees, okay, y'all good, y'all could go home. No, guess what? You want them to keep showing up so the money can keep showing up. That is the same way it is when you start investing your money. I really need us to stop putting our money into something, and then the minute we start seeing a profit, we snatching the money out and going to go spend it. That money is supposed to be recycled. And I just feel like that's something that we really struggle with. Another thing is you see it in business. A lot of Black owned businesses get this bad rep a lot. The minute their business start booming, next thing you know, business closed down, you on vacation. No, ma'am. No, ma'am. We got to stop doing that. Like, it's just not good. It's bad for business. Everybody else doing the work. Us, the minute we see a little bit of results, we ready to go enjoy the fruits of our labor. Don't do that. Because honestly, if you're the type of person, you want to enjoy your money, that's fine. You're going to have to pull yourself out from being a worker. And that brings me to my next point. A lot of us have problems collaborating. We want to be the boss and the worker and the CEO and the baby, you can't do it all. It's power in numbers, and your numbers are not going to grow on a mass scale if you're trying to be everything at once. If you notice you start making money and then you instantly want to go enjoy the money, that means you need to be hiring people. You don't have to always be at your office, but guess what? Somebody do, or else the money ain't gonna keep coming in. Like, it's so many bad money habits that I noticed in my culture alone that I really want reprogrammed. And so that is really the gist and the purpose of this video. Because baby, when I tell you, I can go on and on and on about practices that I've seen personally and that I've done personally. So this is no attack on anybody. This is just me pinpointing the things that need to be corrected and that should be corrected and that you should desire to correct. Because the minute you desire to change your money habits, you will literally start tapping into it. Then you'll find yourself reading financial literacy books. You'll find yourself researching how to become more financially literate, honestly. And then you'll start practicing what you are learning. So that's what we're going to do. We're going to practice what we learning, okay? And practice what we preaching too. This about me too. So don't think that I'm just talking as an expert. No, I'm talking as somebody that struggled just like you, okay? One of the biggest things that I notice when it comes to money, the rich get richer and the poor get poorer. And poor people do not get treated well simply because they don't have money. Think about it. Let's take banks, for example. Guess what happens when you go to pay something and you don't got the money for it and you overdraft your account? What happens? You get an overdraft fee. You didn't even have the money. So you mean to tell me I got to pay y'all for not having money? I got to give y'all what I don't have plus what I was already trying to pay? Guess what? Rich people, on the other hand, or people that, I'm not even going to say rich people. I'm just going to say people that are more well off or people that manage their money better. Guess what happened? They get lower interest rates. So now they get to keep some of their money. You have a certain amount of money in your bank accounts. These banks are willing to give you credits. They giving you sign-on bonuses just for having certain amounts of money in your account. It's like you do not benefit in no way from having poor money management, because when you have poor money management, you don't have money. When you don't have money, you're treated as such. Same thing happens on the other hand. When people have money, all of a sudden they're being gifted stuff. So you mean to tell me you just giving somebody your products or just sending somebody free items because they got money? And I'm over here in need. I need this stuff, but you're not going to send it to me because you don't really see no real value in me just because I don't have money. Like, it's so much more than just poorly handling your money. It also equates to the quality of life you're going to have, how people treat you, the opportunities that come by. It's a lot that ties into handling your money responsibly. It's far beyond just being rich and wealthy. You're not going to ever get to those points if you don't even have the right habits in place. Honestly, if you planned ahead for these things, you would be in such better positions. You know certain things are coming up. Easter, for example, Christmas, for example, your birthday, for example. These are special days that you know you want to go all out. Plan accordingly. Why wait until the day is getting near and closer, knowing you already have bills and other obligations? Now you're trying to scramble to make sure you look like something. Whereas if you plan ahead, every time you get paid, put $50 aside for these special holidays. Put $50 aside for these special days from every paycheck. Put that to the side, however much, because those little bits of money will compound and will add up. But when you're trying to do everything at once, on top of handling the financial obligations you already have, that is how you stay behind. We have a bad habit of not planning properly, not planning ahead, thinking that it's just going to appear or it's going to work out. It works out when you make it work out. When you plan properly, it works out so much better. I promise you. Stop scrambling to do things that you already know you want to be a part of. Plan properly so that way you can be a part of it without hassle, without stress, without feeling overwhelmed. Because honestly, I am all for sticking to your cultural practices or sticking to the things that you grew up doing. That's fine. What's not fine is running yourself into a financial rut or practicing poor money management, running yourself into debt just to keep up with these habits. We got to restructure it. Now that I've discussed different ways I see poor money management and also different reasons why we have poor money management, I know you're probably wondering, well, how do I fix it? I'm glad you asked. I want you to like and subscribe because in the next video, I'm going to be giving it up on how you can even heal poor money management. And also, I want you to drop in the comments if you relate to any of this stuff. And don't be ashamed because honestly, this is a no judgment zone. The faster you can admit, the faster you can heal. When you run away from things and shy away and avoid it because you are ashamed of it, that is going to delay your healing. And we're not doing that over here. It's 2026 and we get into the roots of all problems, uprooting it and moving on. Girl, let's heal.